The difference between an average email and a great one is the way that they are written, what they include, and how you appear and ultimately come across. Great emails show that you listen, that you're proactive and get things done, and you move things forward and help make progress. So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT properly to write effective emails quickly that will land the first time. No frustrating back and forth with ChatGPT, nothing missing from your emails. Let me show you how to do this. Now, the first thing I strongly recommend that you do once you open ChatGPT, navigate to the bottom left of the home interface on the sidebar here and select your account. So left click here. You then want to select personalization. We want to go in here and we want to change some of these settings to ensure that ChatGPT is primed to understand the kind of output that we're looking for. So all we have to do is run through these drop downs. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be setting this up as if I was sending corporate or professional emails. So to a colleague, as an example. But if you're writing emails to a friend, you might want to change these options accordingly. Just bear that in mind. Now, the first thing to select is the base, style, and tone. So as I say, for me, it makes sense to set this as professional. We want polished and precise emails. If you're sending to friends, it might be friendly, it might be more quirky, and it gives you a little overview underneath as to what you can kind of expect from that base, style, and tone. But let's leave this as professional for now. The next thing you're going to want to do is run through these characteristics. Now, I want to be more professional and factual, so I want to be less warm, but it could be that you want to be friendlier and more personable. It does depend on who you're sending emails to. In terms of enthusiasm, again, it really does depend on the use case. I'm going to put less actually for the purpose of this video, but again, you might want to have more energy and excitement. It might depend on the project you're working on, as an example. In terms of headers and lists, I'm going to use the default. This is ultimately dictates whether your emails will include kind of bullet points or it will just be kind of paragraphs. I think this depends on the context, so we'll go default here. And then emoji, it's not professional to use emojis, so I'm going to press less. Now, for custom instructions, I've actually pulled this document together. Basically, this enables us to add further instructions as to what we're kind of looking for. It just really helps to prime the tool. So this is an example that you can use. I will leave this in the description down below just to give you an idea as to what you can kind of include in this section. So I'm going to copy and paste this in and I'll kind of walk you through it quickly. So I want to write in clear, natural British English. Now, as you might tell from my accent, I am based in the UK. So whether or not you need to do that is again up to you. Default to a professional, polished human tone. Be direct, concise, and well structured. Avoid sounding robotic, overexcited, fluffy, or overly formal unless I ask for that tone. When writing emails for me, include a strong subject line, match the relationship and level of formality, prioritize clarity, tact, and usefulness, make the email sound like a competent real person wrote it, keep sentences fairly short, avoid jargon unless needed, avoid cliches and corporate filler, end with a clear next step when appropriate. When information is missing, and this is so important as you'll soon see, ask me to confirm. Do not make assumptions or guesses. We don't want ChatGPT to hallucinate and make things up, or it can just look really bad in emails. So we don't want to do that. So as I say, I'm going to copy this across and I'm going to put this in. Now, bear in mind, so I've pasted that in. Bear in mind that I'm setting this up for emails only. So we might need to come back into our personal settings if we're using ChatGPT beyond email writing, or we might just want to alter this accordingly. So it might be you don't mention emails, or, you could just say when writing and then follow these. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, what you can do is you can put in things like your occupation. So you could put in here project manager as an example, project coordinator. This just helps ChatGPT understand the kind of industry that you're working in, and therefore it can kind of tailor your communications accordingly. And you can provide further information about you, things, your kind of preferences, perhaps even the way you talk. You might want to make your emails a bit more personal, more about kind of as well human sounding. So you can include that information here. Once you're happy, hit save. And then you've got your custom instructions in. Now, at this point, many people make the mistake. They'll say, write me an email. that's not going to work, or at least you're not going to get the quality of output that you're looking for. So what I'm going to share with you now is a very comprehensive prompt. It's a template that you can use going forward to get brilliant emails every time you write or use this as a prompt in ChatGPT. I will be showing you an example very, very shortly. Let me just briefly walk you through it. So firstly, you explain what you're after. So write an email for me. Then you specify your role. It could be your job title, your position, your authority. Then the recipient, who is it going to? Your relationship to them, how well you know them, whether it's formal, whether it's internal or external to the company, the purpose of the email, why are you sending it? What do we need to achieve? The context, it could be relevant background, what's happened, why you're emailing now. It's framing the email, what the recipient likely cares about, why are you contacting them? How does it impact their priorities, concerns, their goals? The tone here, this adds the custom instructions we set up. Formal, warm, direct, persuasive, apologetic. You get the idea. Writing style, again, we can add some further information here. And then must include, so, point 1, point 2, point 3. So this could be something that's happened, development, context, you get the idea. And then call to action at the bottom. What do they need to do next to move things forward? You can add constraints. So it could be something like, don't add this is where you're telling ChatGPT, don't add this to the email or don't mention this. It could be something that's very, very sensitive. It could be something that the client, as an example, shouldn't know. And then sign off details. You can put, your name, your title, your company. So it obviously signs it off properly. You can copy and paste it right in. That's it if you don't have an email footer. And then you can also ask it to include a subject line, the email body, and a version that sounds natural and human, not robotic. So that is essentially, you'd need to go through this and plug in your details. And I've done that ahead of time to show you exactly what this is going to look like. So if I go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to go in here. So let me show you exactly how I did this. I plugged that prompt in, I put my information in, and this is what we got. So I won't go into this in too much detail. Basically, I'm a project manager overseeing, a particular systems change project. I've put the recipient in here, how my relationship to them, the purpose. I've gone through that and I've added all of the context. Now, this might look like it's quite a lot of information, and it is, but you wait till you see the quality of this email, and it's ready to send, and I'm really, really happy with it. So let me just show you very, very quickly. It's short, it's succinct, and it follows that structure. It's absolutely ideal. We've got a subject line, month-end reporting, project update, and decision required. Very clear, concise. It's got a CTA in there as well. I wanted to provide a brief update on the month-end reporting project. Overall, we're doing really, really well. The main risk, so you've got context here, the options that they need to consider, my recommendation, can you confirm? This is the CTA at the bottom, and then it's obviously been signed off, and I've purposely left this a bit vague, just through to data protection and all that. But you get the idea. It's very brief. It's a great email, and from here we can always rewrite it, and I'll show you that in another video. So if you're interested in that, check out the next video on this channel. But yeah, this is how to write effective emails right from the outset. Yes, you do need to prep a little bit ahead of time, but this will save you having to go back and forth, and that time up front is great. And once you have this template, you can adapt it to suit your needs. You can even use ChatGPT to update the template. So you can say something like, this is the template, please add 3 or 4 certain things, keep the rest the same. You get the idea. So I hope this video is useful. If it was, do subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit the like button. Any questions, comments, feedback, drop them down below. And with that said, best of luck, over to you, and I hope you have an excellent day.